There was a friend of mine who worked in a sales and marketing company, computer hardwares, and he did not know anything about Six Sigma, and he was pretty happy with his job. Let me tell you briefly what he really used to do. He had a complete team of sales professionals reporting to him, and he was a pretty skilled person. So let me tell you what was his job profile most of the days. Almost every day he used to find one big challenge, and this big challenge of the day used to be one of these. Either one of his subordinates would have given a wrong invoice somewhere, or an incorrect quote somewhere, or a wrong delivery happened somewhere, or in some case a client had got multiple quotes from the same organization, and he was confused whether what he got was really the correct quote, and in some cases the documentation incomplete or delivery delays, etc. And he was pretty skillful in terms of reaching those clients, saying a few things, nice things, and making them happy at the end of the day, and the business continued. So in that sense, he was a pretty skillful person, because he knew how to turn around an annoyed person into a reasonably okay client. And he was appreciated a lot. In fact, he used to be appreciated by his team members almost every day, and they all loved him because he was able to find methods and techniques and psychological approaches by which they could turn around the situation and still get some business or retain the client in many cases. He was quite happy with his job because there's a lot of challenge and there was appreciation almost every day. He spent about 5 years in this job profile, and then he decided to move on to another company which was also into computer sales, but this was into software sales, and he thought that the profile is pretty similar. And when he joined this company at a slightly higher pay package, he realized that it was an extremely boring job profile. He did not find any of those challenges in this new company. There were no wrong invoicing happening, there was no misquote, there was no delivery delays, there were no delivery errors, there were no cases of multiple quotations landing at the client for the same product, and all those goof-ups which he used to see in the previous company were practically missing. So he started wondering what is happening, and how he would use his skill set, which was around making a client happy, in this new organization. He found it extremely boring because there was no one appreciating his special work which he used to do in the previous organization, and he was really finding himself to be out of place, and he was restless most of the time. Then slowly, because he was a creative person, he started thinking, where can he put his creative energies in addition to the routine work of handling queries and sending offers and meeting clients. He started thinking, where can he actually use his creative energies now? He found that his creative energies can be used only in some higher initiatives, which relate to looking for the next year revenue plan, new strategies, new partners, and new ways of doing business. And he started slowly putting his efforts in these areas. While in the previous company, all the effort was, all the creative energy was being lost in making those unhappy clients happy. At this new place, he found that he could put his energies in a totally different direction. Now, stop for a moment and think about this for a while. As a manager in a company, how many times have you thought of doing certain futuristic activities when you go to office? It used to happen with me multiple times that I come with a list of futuristic tasks with me, and by the end of the day I realize that I have not been able to touch even a single futuristic task, and I go back after handling certain firefighting issues in the office which become too urgent and critical at that point in time. Now if this continues to happen and we spend our lifetimes in firefighting, are we really putting our energies to the right use? Now this is a question I would like you to ponder on. How can this situation be changed? Let us think about this. If the processes are streamlined, if they are defect-free, if the known areas of mishaps are fixed, ideally even before the process is put in place, and otherwise after they have been found for the first time, it would be wonderful life for most of us, because we can really focus on futuristic tasks which are more senior management initiatives, so to say. So the message through this video that I want to give to you is that process improvement using Six Sigma techniques is really the only way forward for people who are progressive, for people who really want to make a difference